Everybody would start in standing today. And think about it being like a conscious mountain E pose, like choose where you're putting your feet. Have soft knees and not locked out. Think about that imaginary puppet string lining everything up a little taller. And if you feel like it, maybe put a hand on your chest and a hand on your belly. And one of the things I like to do from this position is sway. Just add a little rhythm. Just kind of check in with your own self this morning. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat under your hand. Maybe not. Sometimes I can feel it, sometimes I can't. Maybe you can feel your breathing, your breath, as it moves in and out of your body. Maybe notice the contact between your feet and the ground. And check in. And let's take a breath together. Big breath in and out, maybe out your mouth. And sometimes just a little bit of being more conscious about where you are, being in your space can help. We're going to start with what I've been calling, oops, somebody needs to come in, a moon salutation. So some of you know this pattern already. This one you need to start at the top of your mat. We're going to do the first round of it kind of slow, kind of wake up-y. So on your next inhale, reach for the sky and then just kind of be here. Stretch left and right, maybe twist, maybe arch back. Keep breathing. And then on your next inhale, really reach for the sky and then folding at your hips, not at your waist, not here, but here, kind of swan dive forward. And then when you start to need to collapse, bend your knees so that you can keep going with that relatively flat back. So now my thighs are touching my belly. I got a nice bend in my knees. And shake your head, nod and know your head. So you know you're not holding your head up. And maybe shift your weight from left to right. Maybe slightly straighten your legs to feel a stretch down your hamstrings and perhaps other muscles as well. And breathe. On your next inhale, let's come up halfway or flat back. So have that long line from your tailbone all the way out the top of your head. I'm using my hands on my thighs as traction to try to help with that straightening. And then both hands down, right leg back for lunge. Your front shin stays vertical. And really reach through that. Create distance between your feet. Breathe. And then just because it's morning, let's put our right hand down. Left arm to the sky for a nice gentle twist. What's attention this morning? And then hands down again. Put your right knee down on the ground. It doesn't matter if you stay on your toes or point your top of your foot on the ground. Bring your torso to vertical and feel a stretch in your right hip flexors. So make that happen, whatever your range of motion is, to feel it in that right side, trying to keep your torso relatively vertical. And if you want to accentuate the stretch, add arms overhead. And breathe. One more inhale here, and then both hands down and knees together, lower down onto your belly. We're gonna do 3 gentle cobras. So on your next inhale, arch your back, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, arch, exhale, lower. And one more, inhale, arch, exhale, lower. And then we're gonna come into puppy pose. So it's down dog from your knees. So arching back, your thighs stay relatively vertical, reaching your hands out forward so that you can have a long spine from your tailbone out the top of your head. Let your head dangle. Maybe your forehead touches the ground, maybe it doesn't. You should not be able to see your elbows or your armpits. If you're up here, then that's not puppy, right? And breathe. Maybe let's do an audible exhale together. Big breath in. And let it out. Then on your next inhale, come out of this through tabletop and bring your right knee forward, torso back up to vertical again. Now we're stretching the left hip flexor, so adjust your own body so you have that shape. I'm going to let someone in. Add arms if you want to accentuate the stretch. And then one more inhale here, both hands down, framing your front foot, and lift the back knee off the ground for lunge on this side. Create space in between your heels. Drop in, look for that lunge. And our next move is going to be to bring both of our feet together at the top of our mat. So hop up on your next inhale, hop, and then half forward fold again. Full forward fold on your exhale. Inhale, stand up, arms up, exhale, arms down. We're going to do that whole sequence again. One breath, one movement. I think we're going to not have the twist in it this time. That was just a fun little add-on. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands down, right leg back. Inhale, knee down, torso to vertical. Exhale, knees together, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, puppy. Take a couple breaths here. Maybe an audible exhale out your mouth. And then on your next inhale, bring your right knee forward, torso to vertical. Add arms if you feel like it. Exhale, hands down, back knee up. Then inhale, pop your feet together for a half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Let's do that whole sequence one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands down, right leg back. Inhale, back knee down, torso up. Exhale, hands together, feet, knees together, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, puppy. Couple breaths here. Moon is helping. On your next inhale, right knee forward, torso up to vertical. Exhale, hands down, back knee off the ground. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Yay. Let's stand in mountain again, or your variation thereof. And notice what you feel now after starting to move a little bit. Maybe add your sway again if you're a swayer. Taking the one more breath together, big breath in. Audible exhale. And we're going to continue with our next pattern, which some of you know is sun salutation A. For the easy way, we're going to start at the back of our mats. So stand in your mountain again, thinking about the puppet string pulling you tall. Okay, here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, come on down to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog, the upside down V. So really spread your hands wide and really press underneath your index finger area and the pad of your thumb. Pressing down in those areas helps really create stability. And then almost that you can have the sensation of screwing your hands into the ground to help really engage your lower arm muscles and your hand muscles so your wrists don't get tired. Now, this should be a position of rest. Right now, I'm almost in like a plank position, which is not, it's harder to, I'm using too much muscle work. So we want to use our bones to relax from. So put a bend in your knees. I should not be able to see my elbows. Push your tailbone back and drop your head in between your arms. This is down dog. I have a nice bend in my knees, so I can have a long line from my tailbone all the way down my spine, down my arms, and into my hands. You're welcome to walk your dog from here, meaning pedal your feet, shifting your weight. And then let's come into stillness again, a long line. Then on your next inhale, walk forward or bring your hands and feet together for half forward fold, then full forward fold, and stand up, arms up, and then arms down. Let's do that pattern again, sun salutation A. A couple more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a big breath in, maybe an audible exhale. Holding our dog for a couple breaths. And then when you're ready, bring your feet toward your hands for a half forward fold. Then reach for your toes. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Now, that little pattern, the coming down onto your belly, cobra, down dog, is called a vinyasa. If you see a vinyasa yoga class, you're going to be coming down to your mat in that little push-up cobra down dog sequence. And we're gonna add that little vinyasa into our next set of standing poses, which again will be familiar for many of you. It's the warrior dance. So we start in sun salutation A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, come on down to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. And then the instruction is bring your right foot in between your hands. Gotta get your foot all the way there, because that is the distance that your body needs between your feet for your lunge. So there's lots of ways to get your foot forward. We talked about some of them before, but make sure you have that distance. If you can do it from down here, drop the back foot, but maybe some of us can't. We have to wait until we bring our torso to vertical, and that can allow you to put the back foot down. When you put the back foot down, it automatically opens your body a little bit towards the front of the room. We're staying in our front knee lunge, trying to keep that front shin towards vertical. Hips towards the front of your space, shoulders towards the front. Add super strong arms into the sky. Let's take a breath together, big breath in and let it go. Energetically pull your legs towards each other to have a super strong foundation. Warrior one. One more inhale here, and then right arm forward, left arm back. You can open up that back foot to be parallel with the short side of your mat. So you're basically making a right angle between that back foot and the rest of your body. Arms super strong, parallel to the ground, still being in your front knee lunge. Imaginary puppet string pulling your whole body strong and in alignment. Spine tall. And breathe. And then we're gonna stay in this shape in our body, but do a side bend towards the back of your space. So if you want to gently glide your fingers down your leg, but don't put any pressure here. This is just kind of for effect. And then right arm towards the ceiling. Maybe look up at your thumb. And if you want to accentuate it even more, bring your palm towards the back of your space and bring your arm overhead. That'll add upper body into this side bend. Staying in your front knee. Breathing. One more inhale here. And then front forearm to front thigh. Again, and left arm towards the sky. Maybe turning your head to look up at the left thumb. This one's a side bend going towards the front of your space. And if you want to accentuate this one, bring your palm towards the front of your space and then that arm overhead. And you should feel a long stretch, long line from your heel of your left foot all the way down your side body, up your arm and out your fingertips. If you're on the more flexible side, you don't have to have your forearm on your thigh. You could have it lower, on the floor, on a block. You make the shape right for you. One more breath here. And then bring your torso to vertical. Glide down the back leg quick for one more breath. And then both hands down, framing the front foot. Feet together for plank. Lower down onto your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. This is our vinyasa. Then bring your left foot forward in between your hands. However you get there, get that distance to happen. Now I don't want to face away from you. So the measurement is from plank or down dog. Bring your left foot in between your hands. Torso to vertical. Then this is a little bit of it's right. You're ready to drop the back foot. Hips towards the front, shoulders towards the front of your space. Add super strong arms. Drop into your front knee, make sure your shin is vertical. Warrior one. Breathe. Pull your heels towards each other, strong foundation. The description is root to rise. One more inhale here, then left arm forward, right arm back, opening up the back foot. Warrior two. Breathe here. And then on your next inhale, glide down the back leg. Again, thumb up to, or hand up, left hand up to the sky, looking at your thumb. And if you want to accentuate it, yep, that's my sock. Don't put a hole in it, please. Bring your arm overhead, staying in your front knee. Your legs are still in their lunge. You're just doing a side bend towards the back of your space. And then forearm to thigh, arm overhead again, right arm overhead, maybe looking at your thumb. And if you want to accentuate this one, palm towards the front of your space and arm overhead. And feel that long stretch all the way down your side body. And breathe. And then torso to verticals, one quick glide down towards the back of your space. Then both hands down, feet together for plank, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Yep, and if she's gonna get both. Down, down. Yeah, baby. Hey, you know what we do? What are you doing? Going down, dog. Going down, dog. What do you think of down, dog? You scared of it? Probably good enough. Go ahead and bring your body, feet together for a half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Yeah, that's my sense. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Ooh. What are you doing with my top? Okay, we're gonna do that whole sequence again. One breath, one movement. Doesn't matter if you start from the back of your space or your front. We're gonna move again, okay? Is that okay with you? Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Then bring your right foot forward in between your hands, torso to vertical, drop your back foot. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale towards the back of your space, staying in your lunge. Exhale towards the front of your space. Inhale towards the back of your space again, and then vinyasa, means hands down, plank, lower down. Inhale, cobra. That's my sock, dude. You're just really, yep, that's done. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Rise for warrior one on the left side. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale towards the back. Exhale, vinyasa, hands down, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Ooh, let's hold our down dog for a few breaths. Big breath in. Audible exhale out. Really find a dog that's comfortable for you. And then on your next inhale, we're going to come into half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Yay, well done. High five. Let's again bring ourselves to attention to what's happening in our body. Add a sway if you feel like it. Maybe you can feel your heart rate now. Notice what's moving as you breathe. What does it feel like since you've moved a little bit? Let's notice. Notice the areas of discomfort, areas where you don't quite feel anything at all. Maybe take note of any areas that feel the least bad. Maybe even good. One more breath together here. Big breath in. Let it go. Our last little set of standing poses is our challenge set, because there's a balance, some balancing going on. One of them is Warrior 3, which is basically airplane. And there's, so airplane meaning the one that we bend over like this. And you can have your hand, you can use a support. You can have your hands in like beside you. You can have your hands in prayer. You can do whatever. The traditional, like the most challenging version of it is if you have your hands together, pointed. Oh, let's see if I can do it. Pointed straight ahead, making an arrow out of your body. That's the most challenging. And then we'll do some other stuff that you can figure out. But then we're going to do a chair twist. So chair is, we've talked about chair before. You drop back into your seat, try to keep your shins relatively vertical and bring your arms up. Chair. Twisting chair, you have a couple variations. One is you can bring your hands together, and then if I'm going towards the right, I'm going to hook my left elbow around my right side, and then use my prayer hands to push into the twist. Hook, twist. Some people's bodies don't feel comfortable like this. Another alternative is to just bring your left hand to your right thigh and bring your right arm to the sky. That's sometimes more comfortable for people. You're still doing your twist, but you're not as crumpled. So you can still doing your twist. So those are your twisting variations when we get there. Let's see what happens. Okay. So we're going to start in crescent. So take a giant, if you're at the back of your mat, take your giant step forward with your right leg. Crescent is very much like Warrior 1, except you are on your back toes. You don't put your back foot down, and everything's pointed straight ahead. And you add your arms up overhead, and the crescent is your back leg, your torso, and then your arms making a crescent moon, ignoring your front leg. Your front leg is in lunge. So crescent. And then we're going to hop onto our front foot for Warrior 3, or also called airplane. So hop, hop, hop into your balancing on your front foot, using whatever stance makes sense for you and your body right now. And then put your left hand on the ground and bring your right arm towards the sky for a twist. And then both hands down and kick your left leg, your back leg up as high as you can get it to go for standing splits. And then go ahead and put your Both feet down, feet together, forward fold. Good job. Okay, from here, on our next inhale, come into chair. Inhale, chair. And then exhale into your twist, whatever that looks like, towards the right side. Inhale, chair again, and then exhale, hands down, lower down onto your belly for our vinyasa. Inhale, cobra, exhale, down dog. The vinyasa is just so you can switch sides. So this time, left foot forward in between your hands, stay on the back toes, rise, stay in your bent knee, front knee, lunge, add arms for crescent. And breathe. And then we're going to come into airplane on the left foot. So hop, whatever that looks like for you, into your variation of airplane. Hips are parallel to the ground. We're trying to bring the right leg parallel to the ground, whatever that looks like. And then right hand down, left hand, right hand down, left hand to the sky. For a twist on this side. And then both hands down on either side of your front foot or pretty close. Kick the back leg up for standing splits. Whatever that looks like. I have a nice bend in my front knee. And then both feet together. Oh, good job. Forward fold. See if you can let your head dangle from here. And then on your next inhale, chair. Then exhale, twisting towards the left. Inhale, chair again. Exhale, forward fold. No, sure, half forward fold, and then stand up, arms up, and exhale, arms down. High five, nicely done. That was our challenge sequence. So now we're going to do another sun salutation to get to the ground for our sitting and lying down poses, and then we'll have a nice shavasana. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, come on down to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Stay on your knees for puppy. And if you'd like to, let's actually come into child's pose, the child's pose that is comfortable for you. So I like sitting on my heels with my knees wide. You might be in a variation of puppy, but see if you can find a position of rest. Some people like rock with their knees together. Find the comfortable position for you. Remember that one of the key features for it to be a rest position is to have your forehead supported, either on the ground or on your hand or on fists, whatever that looks like for you. And let's take a breath together. Big inhale, audible exhale out your mouth. Shift your weight from left to right if that feels good for you in this pose. Let's take another big breath together. Big breath in and out. And when you're ready, come on to your booty for our sitting down poses. Let's just start with butterfly. So try to sit tall on your sit bones and your soles of your feet facing towards each other. If you can reach your feet, you're welcome to give yourself a little self-massage. Bottoms of your feet, that usually feels good. If you're sitting on your sit bones, the bony bits underneath your body and not on your glutes, you're sitting on your sit bones and you'd like to lean forward, you have that flexibility in your body, go ahead. If you want to release your head, go ahead. Change the angle of your diamond or the whatever is right for you. If you have less flexibility in your hamstrings, you can use your arms on either side of you as traction to help your spine stay tall. And breathe. And then let's do right leg forward, left leg stays in half butterfly and isolate the right hamstring. So leaning forward over your right thigh. If you flex your right foot, it also adds more calf stretch in for you. Do you. And again, you're trying to be on your sit bones, not your glutes. And leaning forward as much as your body allows. Again, sometimes hands can help with that pressure if you are particularly tight. Check my time. Okay. Go ahead and switch legs. So left leg straight, right leg in half butterfly. Again, try to not to be on your sit bones. You can move your flesh out of the way if that helps you. We're scooting forward. Once you've found your sit bones, go ahead and lean forward as much as your body allows. You have the option of flexing the left foot. And breathe. One more breath here. And then come out and let's go on to our backs, starting in constructive rest. That's when your knees are bent, feet are on the ground, your back is on the ground. I like having my feet a little bit wider than my hips and flopping my knees towards each other. Your body might not find comfort in that. What we're looking for is knees bent, which helps release your lower back, but you don't want to use your leg muscles to hold your legs up. So see if you can find balance in your bent knee structure. If you'd like, maybe add a hand on your belly and one on your chest again. This is constructive rest. Notice what it feels like in your body. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat. Maybe not. Maybe you notice the movement of one or both of your hands as you breathe. And then our final pose before Shavasana is thread the needle. That's the one where you cross. Let's start with right ankle crossing over upper left thigh. I recommend flexing the right foot so that you protect the right knee. Energetically push the right knee away from your body as you bring the left knee in towards your chest. You can do air thread the needle, just holding this position, or you can put both hands to grab your left thigh or your left shin or the top of your left knee. Or if you have a block or wall to put your left foot on, you make this shape yours. And you should feel it in the glute, hamstring, lower back of the right side. And you're welcome to add movement into this shape. Sway or drawing circles, if that feels good. And breathe. Go ahead and put both feet down on the ground. Shake out your hips if that feels good. And switch sides. So crossing the left ankle over the upper right thigh. Energetically pushing away with your left knee as you bring your right knee in towards your chest. Grabbing onto whatever feels right for you. Flexing the left foot if you have knee problems or are hyper flexible. You don't want your knee going bending the wrong direction. And add sway if that feels good for you. And then go ahead and put both feet back down on the ground, shake out your hips, then grab the tops of both of your knees and roll around a little bit for a lower back self-massage, whatever feels good in your body. And then bring your knees in tight, give yourself a hug, and find your favorite Shavasana position. I'm going to go ahead and sit up. And find some music for our final Shavasana. Let's take a couple breaths together. Remember, you could be on your back, on your side, on your belly, or sitting up. It's up to you. I'm going to change spotlights. Let's take a breath together, maybe even two. Big breath in. Let it go out your mouth. Let's do that again. Big breath in. Exhale out your mouth. Notice in your body, a little scan. Is there any place that you're holding a little bit above your mat or your space? Sometimes your hips can be a little heavier. Your belly, your shoulders, your head. See if you can allow those key points to maybe be a teeny bit heavier on your mat. ahead and come back to our space. Maybe take a big breath in and let it go. Maybe start wiggling fingers or toes. Maybe wrist circles or ankle circles. Maybe a full body stretch. And when you're ready, gently and kindly bring yourself back up to seated. And just kind of notice how you feel now compared to how we started practice. And may the inner light in you reflect the inner light in me. Namaste, everybody. Thanks for being here.